Hey everyone, welcome to the All Fashion Week Everything episode of the This That Beauty Show. Today we're going behind the scenes on New York Fashion Week and sharing lots of insights and trends. I've got two spectacular guests. We're going to go through a lot of what you need to know to navigate the fashion and beauty scene for fall 2012. So stay tuned for more. So please help me welcome our first guest for today's very fashion-focused episode of the This That Beauty Show. We're really delighted to welcome Trae Bodge. Now, Trae is a senior writer at RetailMeNot.com, and she's also co-founder of 3 Custom Color Specialists. And Trae's going to share with us some of the top trends that we're seeing so far at New York Fashion Week. So please help me welcome Trae. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.
So every season, or for the last few seasons on my show, you've been doing this trend report, which I love because you go to all the shows, you take a look at like what's hot, what's new, what's, emerging, and you do a trend report for This That Beauty. So today we're going to do it on the show, your trend report, and talk about the shows. So we're still in the middle of Fashion Week. It hasn't completely ended. So let's chat the trends that you're seeing so far. So let's do maybe 3. What are your 3 top trends so far for Fashion Week?
So far, the first and most prevalent trend I've seen is the androgynous trend.
Okay.
Which, is not my favorite, to be honest. I like a little more glamour during Fashion Week. But this I saw on several designers all over the place, from Cynthia Rowley to Alexander Wang.
Okay.
And what we were seeing was a very sort of plain, slightly boyish look. Not so glamorous, but actually very pretty.
Now, how does this look translate from the runway to real life? Is it about skin? Is it about brows? How do you translate this look for the everyday lady?
That's a good question. I mean, this is a very wearable look that a lot of people can wear.
Okay.
It's very peachy all over, so you can even take, that neutral peachy blush that you have, do it eyes and cheeks, add it to a little lip balm, and do it on the lips too.
Okay.
So it's a very overall harmonious look.
Okay.
The second quality about this look that I thought was notable were the brows. It's a very strong brow, a very kind of a masculine brow.
Okay.
So definitely, if you're going to wear this look, you want to go a little bit more masculine, a little bit darker on the brow than you normally would.
This is more of a fuller brow versus like a sketched, very thin brow.
Exactly, a fuller and more pronounced brow. And then sort of the third aspect of this look that I thought was really notable was a very flawless, sort of dewy skin, very fresh, very young looking.
Okay.
So if you're gonna,
the models are all 12. Come on.
Exactly. They all look that way. But I think if you're doing this at home, a little extra moisturizer, give you that kind of dewy, slightly perspiring look, fresh off the gym, that kind of look. That's a great way to pull off this androgynous look.
Okay. So tell us about your second top trend so far.
Second top trend, which I really, really liked, and I'm calling it wings.
Okay.
You have wings today.
I do.
I have wings
We both
today.
have wings.
Yeah.
We're so on trend and ahead of the curve.
I know. I was so excited to see it. It was very, very dramatic. A lot of designers were using it. Catherine Malandrino was one of my favorites, actually. She did kind of an Amy Winehouse wing, which was very dramatic and like totally over the top. A similar wing I saw at Jason Wu, which was not your classic black wing like we have, but the teal, kind of
it was like
emerald.
all the way to here. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, so I thought that both of those were really cool. I mean, I think obviously the second one would be a little tough to wear at home, but we can all experiment with wings. My favorite way to apply a wing and to practice at home, because I think that liquid eyeliners are a little bit tough, especially the ones that have that floppy brush.
Yeah,
really
the
hard to
brush
get that.
isn't like really stiff and steady.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's your tip?
Felt tips. I love a felt tip.
Okay.
NYX has a really cute one.
Okay.
Rimmel has a cute one, and these are mass brands. They're $6.99, something like that. and it's a more solid point, so you can actually really experiment and just like follow that lash line and take it as far as you're comfortable.
And I love the magic marker quality because you can just kind of tap, tap, tap at the lash line and it deposits the color very evenly and beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. I think that it's a very goof-proof way, and obviously if you need to do any cleanup, just put a little makeup remover on a Q-tip. To sort of finish this look is, again, a very peachy face.
Okay.
So very similar, a blushy kind of peachy color, eyes, cheeks, lips, but then just going crazy with that
then
black
it's just
eye.
all about the wing,
Yes,
which we're
absolutely.
both doing today.
Yes.
So on trend. Okay, so your third big trend that you've spotted for Fashion Week thus far.
Yes.
Let's hear it.
This one I really liked, and I thought it was sort of odd for fall, is the hibiscus colored lip, which is very bright, very clear, like a cross between a bright coral and a red.
Okay.
Very simple face otherwise. You saw this at Charlotte Bronson. Peachy again.
Okay.
Well, so peach is definitely going to be on
Yeah,
trend for
that
fall,
seems
for sure.
to be a recurring theme.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, peach on the eyes and cheeks, but your lip is really your focal point. You need something very bright, very clear.
Okay.
And maybe a soft black along the lashes as well, just to kind of finish out that look. But
maybe more of a smudged black versus a crisp line.
Yes, a smudge black or a very thin crisp line if you're going to do the crisp line. I saw a little bit of both there. So, and I liked them both, but that lip really, really stuck out to me this season.
Okay, great. Now, here's what I also want to know, because again, we're not done with Fashion Week. We're kind of right smack dab in the middle. So what haven't you seen so far that you love to see? Like, there are always certain things that I want to see make a comeback. Is there something that you're hoping to see later on and from a particular show? Please share with us.
Well, I'm excited to see some darker lips. I mean, I'm so accustomed to seeing dark lips for fall. I did see a couple. I saw Kristen Siriano did black, which I'm not a fan of black. I think it works for him, obviously, but not for the everyday woman.
Leela Rose did a darker lip too.
Yes, that's true. She did like that sort of a rich red, which I thought was really beautiful. I want to see more of that. I want to see more rich reds. I want to see plums or maybe some browns.
Okay.
Because that's what I kind of expect it for fall, and so I've been a little bit underwhelmed just in terms of the, there's just not been enough of the dark lip to call it a trend yet.
And generally in fall, we see more berries and plums and really rich colors. I was surprised that DVF didn't do a really rich lip, because she generally does a very, and it was like kind of soft and pink, which I thought was a nice change of pace, but you do like to see those rich tones.
Yes, exactly. So I'm looking forward to that for the rest of Fashion Week.
Why don't you tell us where we can find you on Twitter and Facebook and all of that good stuff? And are you on Pinterest yet? And
not on Pinterest yet. I know I have to. I'm a little bit behind the curve on that one. But I'm Trae on Twitter and on Facebook.
Okay.
And I write about 15 articles a month for Retail Me Not. There.
15. Holy.
I know. I didn't
When
think
do
I
you
could
sleep?
do it. I don't know. But they have an online magazine called The Insider, and it's a lot of consumer-driven, lots of informative lifestyle, beauty, fashion, travel, kids, all that kind of good stuff. So lots of great content.
You're a busy lady.
Yes, I am.
Thank you again for taking time for us.
Thanks again.
Thanks. Bye. We're continuing our all Fashion Week everything coverage here at the This That Beauty Show. I'm super excited for our next guest. She's a celebrity makeup artist. You've seen her work on celebs like Brooke Shields and Victoria Beckham. And just recently, a couple of days ago, during New York Fashion Week, she did several shows. Please help me welcome my dear, dear friend, Sarah Lucero of Stila Cosmetics. Sarah, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so happy to have you.
Thank you.
We've got all this fantastic Stila newness and product on the table. I totally want to talk about Fashion Week and the shows, but first, I want to talk about what's new. So please, tell us about the Stila Live from the Red Carpet E collection. What's this all about?
Well, Stila is a Los Angeles-based makeup brand, and we are known for star-worthy skin, and I'm a working makeup artist, so I love working with celebrities, and a lot of my bookings go for red carpet and beauty. So I think it's a perfect collaboration. Stila for E, live from the red carpet, came up with this beautiful collection that's available to everyone.
So we can all have that red carpet glamour look. I can look like Victoria Beckham. Is this what?
You could look like any starlet that you want, because you already do Felicia, #1. And you know, the second thing is Stila makes the product so easy to use, and even if you're not attending the red carpet events, you could still look like you are. So what I love is, you know, Stila for E, live from the red carpet, created and combined some great products. The first one I want to talk about and show you is the first ever solar illuminated refillable compact. So Stila is a brand that is always kind to the environment, and we love to give back when we can, but this is so cool because it's a refillable compact. But it comes with a double compact. So one side is just a shine-free oil blotting translucent powder.
Okay, I probably need that right now.
Me too. I always need that in the hot spots. It just keeps the shine away.
Okay.
And then on the other side, to get that star-worthy skin and that glow from within and that kind of youthful touch, we've got a gorgeous, universal, flattering, one-shade-fits-all illuminating powder.
Now, just kind of demonstrate, where would I apply the illuminating shade? Because sometimes, like, we don't quite know where it goes, and so help me with that a little bit.
You know, the best thing that I love to tell my clients is shimmer, illumination, you know, that's going to enhance and really make that area pop out or stand out. So if you want to do like a little more of an emphasized cheekbone, brow bone, bow of the lip, you know, you can even put it on the bridge of the nose, anywhere that you want to have like enhanced and stand out. That's where you put something with shine or shimmer. Everybody can wear shimmer. I don't care if you feel I'm too old for shimmer or it's too glittery. There's a way to wear it and look so smooth and sophisticated.
It's a matter of placement. It needs to be kind of strategically placed, not kind of just rubbed on everywhere.
Exactly. Exactly. Think of it as like, you know, you want to brighten and lighten and really kind of make that youthful pop. Easy to do with this product.
And the
here.
compact, it has a little light there and it's lit, so you kind of can't make a mistake. It's nice and bright, so you can see where everything is going. Get your good placement.
I mean, how great. Like, you could pop this in your little handbag. You can even touch up in the limo or in your car.
Ooh, I like the idea that you think I'm in a limo.
I mean,
I totally
to like
my Jeep Wrangler. So let's talk about the rest. What else should we know about the collection? Like, what are these little, like, I love your clickables. So please tell me all about this.
Well, Stila, I mean, we're known for our lip glaze, and that click pen is so iconic. What we have here, we did a 3-trio set of just top universal flattering colors. They're sheer, they really enhance your natural lip, and having the choice of 3 shades, you can do a warm, a cool. They work with a great, beautiful, smoky, bold eye, or you could just do it with a really classic kind of contoured eye with that beautiful cat eye. Like, you could be very classic, old school Hollywood, or you could be a little bit more modern. And the choice of 3, you could have one at your fingertips everywhere, in the car, at home, every handbag. So that's the lips. We love it. Stila, I mean, who are we without our lip glaze?
I agree. Now let's talk eyes. What's going on with the eye collection?
So with the eye collection, we've got 2 sets that I love. This is the Walk of Fame eyeshadow palette. And we did that based on 4 different looks. And you have 8 shadows. So you can see around the star, you've got a lighter highlight, and the star could be used as your liner or just a contour, but you have 8 different looks right there. And then what I love, everyone needs this, it's a set of the 2 smudge sticks, which is a waterproof liner, and we did 2 exclusive brand new colors, one in a gorgeous classic chocolate brown.
Which every girl needs that.
Every girl needs this. It's called Oscar Fish. And then we've got a gorgeous black one.
You know I'm a swatcher. I've got to test it out here. Oh, that's gorgeous.
Isn't that great?
That's
it's like
really
that perfect
pretty.
Bronze.
I love that.
And then look at that one. This is, you know, they're all named after exotic fish because they're waterproof.
Oh, look at the little, it's like very subtle shimmer there.
Exactly.
Not too glittery.
A little bit of a like frosting, like a bling, like you put on that gorgeous, you know, glamorous diamonds that you've borrowed for the evening. And it's waterproof, so it's going to stay on all day. It won't run. It's perfect.
It's awesome. So Sarah, let's transition from the red carpet to the runway.
Yes,
the
which
whole
we're
reason
here.
you're here.
I
It's
know.
Fashion Week, and you, my lovely, you're backstage keying looks, designing the looks for shows. So tell us about some of the shows that you're working on and looks, and give us a little bit of insight into trend and inspiration for fall 2012.
You know, Fashion Week in New York is such an exciting time. Just being a makeup artist, because it's my playground of really kind of creating looks and collaborating with hair, designers, clothing, looking at kind of fabrics and trends. So Stila is backstage. We
Of course you are.
I know, and it's so exciting to be requested and working with some designers. Leela Rose we worked with, and it was a gorgeous, glamorous, classic look.
Okay, so you have the face chart, please.
I do.
I'd love to learn a little bit more about this look.
So for Leela Rose, you can see here that we kind of sketched a darker red lip and a very soft contoured nude eye.
Okay.
It was a little bit of like a hazy makeup, a little bit more of kind of a Victorian beauty. So we wanted to do just more of that kind of rusty red mouth, and I think that's something a trend that we're seeing. A lot more lipstick is back.
Okay.
The eye, we did a lot of mattes and a lot of shaping and sculpting, and I think that's what was so flattering and so sophisticated and very classic for Leela.
So this is lovely, and I had the opportunity to talk with Dom backstage, and we had the whole crew, you know, running a little B-roll for this show. And what I loved about the models is that the look that you chose, like there was really no color on the lower lid. It was just kind of all in the crease. It was like their natural skin tone on the lower, and then like a darker shade in the crease and going up into the brow. And it was just a very soft and beautiful look. What was the inspiration behind that?
I believe the inspiration behind that was all about shaping and shading and contouring and enhancing. And I think that goes back to, you know, really working with different textures. Matte textures of eyeshadows are great to enhance and correct. So typically, you know, if you have a little protruding brow bone or larger space, push it back with a medium to darker matte shadow. Using it more as a corrective makeup versus just having makeup on for fun.
Right.
You know, working with textures. So that's, I believe, where like the matte kind of soft haziness came in.
So hazy, that's the perfect word to describe. Just like so beautiful and just like very light and lovely. So tell us about your second look from Fashion Week.
So we were backstage yesterday at Alice and Olivia.
Such a fun show.
I know. You know, I love working with Alice and Olivia, and Stacy, the designer. She's so cool, and she's got such a great vision, and she's so creative. She wanted to do a makeup that was, you know, really complementing their haunted house dinner party, almost like a goth, ethereal goth. So we worked with, you know, Stila Smudge Crown, which is one of my new favorite products. It's a waterproof, almost like a creamy, glossy stick, and truly just shape the eye, full solid blocky line on top, pretty thick, and then underneath, inside, lots of mascara. The brows were left natural. The skin was left very clean and soft, almost shiny, glossy.
Okay. Now, talk to me a little bit more about this glossy line, because I see that like in editorial and it's beautiful, but is that wearable for every day? Like, can I wear a glossy eye like to work without getting creasy and all of that?
You absolutely can, and I think it's all about the product that you choose. If it's a product that stays creamy, you're going to have some issues. You're going to be touching up every 5 minutes. That's more of like on a photo shoot. You know, you can use an 8-hour cream. That's fine. But for everyday real life, get something like a Stila smudge stick that almost is like an eye grease pencil. And it almost dries in that sheen, so it looks like a stripe of patent leather. So it's the way the dry down is and the performance of the product.
So it gives that glossy look, but it's going to stay.
But it's going to stay.
Kind of like what I've got going on here.
Exactly. And if you're not sure like what to choose, maybe use something like from the Stila for Eli from the red carpet, you know, that black liner with that sheen, because that little bit of sparkle will reflect and that will almost look shiny. So anyone can recreate it, and if you keep it close to the lash line, you can't make a mistake. So at least you can have a piece of that trend. And then a really beautiful dark like Bordeaux lip. So imagine being at a great dinner party, very kind of dark room, almost kind of like haunted mansion, and that like beautiful Bordeaux wine passed around, Merlot. That's the lip. But the skin stayed very fresh and clean, otherwise it would have looked too made up.
It would have just been too much going on if there were lots of, you know, rouge on the cheeks.
It would have been like too dated. So I love, it was just clean, fresh, but still very kind of like gothic and mysterious. It looked gorgeous. Those girls,
I saw the runway. It was fantastic. Sarah, you are incredible, fantastic, fabulous, and everything else. I'm so happy to have had you on the show. You always share such great tips and just really break it down for us plain girls, and you can understand it.
Thank you.
Where can we find you? How do we keep up with you?
You can find me always on Twitter.
Okay.
And it's my name is @Stila Pro Artist.
Okay.
Please do. I love following you
I
on
will
Twitter.
stalk you
Yes.
on Twitter. Don't worry.
Okay, perfect. So I welcome all stalkers.
Okay.
And then also on StilaCosmetics.com, you can find Ask Sarah.
Okay.
And email me any questions, specific questions, and I'll get back to you with some of my tips and tricks.
Perfect.
Personally. And then also Stila Facebook page. Go to Stila Cosmetics, and I often provide like trend reports, daily Fashion Week updates, and lots of tips and tricks.
And basically wherever Victoria Beckham is, that's where you are, right?
Usually, yeah. Doing some makeup. Always.
And toe with the makeup.
Yeah, glamming up some celebrities. That's, I'm a jack of all trades. But thank you so much for having me. It was a
We're
pleasure.
honored. We really are
Thank you.
honored that you had the time to come and spend with us. So thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
And thank you everyone for joining us for our All Fashion Week Everything episode of This That Beauty. Until next time, bye. Hey guys and gals, so it's time for my favorite part of the This That Beauty show, Felicia's picks. Now, as I was kind of coming up with my picks, what I talk about on today's show, I really wanted to make it very personal and kind of walk you through a few of my favorites in terms of my routine, how I prep my skin and get ready for the This That Beauty show with Felicia Walker Benson. So let's start at night. So I know I'm going to be in front of the camera talking to all of you with great guests. So I really like to do a little evening prep to make sure my skin is as best as it can be. So for people that read my blog, you know that I have oily skin. I've got acne prone skin. So a couple of times a week, I like to do the Proactive Refining Mask. I use it all over. Now, sometimes because it's winter and my skin is a little bit more on the dry side, I might just do it on my cheeks. I might not do it all over because my cheeks are where I really kind of get the breakout sometimes. So if I know I'm going to be on camera, I always do my Proactive Refining Mask the night before. The active ingredient in this product is sulfur. Sulfur is really good for calming inflammation, helping to refine skin. I always feel like I wake up brighter. Another part of my evening prep routine, again, getting ready for camera, is using a really concentrated night cream. So for me, I really love to use Le Métier de Beauté Anti-Aging Night Cream. What's amazing about this cream is that it contains retinol. If you're new to retinol-based products, what I recommend is trying a cream like Le Métier de Beauté Anti-Aging Night Cream every other night. Don't jump right in and use it every single night, maybe every other night or every 2 nights, just to kind of get your skin accustomed to it. And now the next product I want to introduce you to is actually a two-parter. I'm really in love with NARS, their multiple stick and their blush, 2 shades in particular, and I want to show you the products that I'm using and how I use them, and I'm actually wearing them today, so if you like this look, you can get it with these products. I generally start with NARS, the multiple. Now, this particular shade is called South Beach. I'll show you the actual product. It's a stick, and it can really be used anywhere on the face. You can use it on your eyes, on your cheeks, above the bow of your lip. So I like to apply it to the high planes of my face here and here, and that kind of brightens and illuminates my face. Now, because I also want to have a little bit of pop or point of interest, I then follow up with a blush. And right now, well, what I'm wearing today, and a blush that I actually just bought this the other night, and I love it. I've been wearing it every day ever since. It's NARS Torrid, and what I like to do is get a little bit on the kabuki brush here, tap off the excess, and just apply right to my cheeks. It's very kind of peachy. It's got a little bit of iridescent shimmer, but it's very soft and very subtle. And these 2 products, the multiple stick and the blush, work really well together, and I just feel like it gives me a nice, pretty, natural finish. So the other item that I use, if you notice, I'm wearing like a major wing cat eye today. I think I was kind of inspired by watching Adele at the Grammys, and I said, you know what, I'm going to do a major wing cat eye for This That Beauty show. So I'm using the Stila All Day Stay liquid liner, and what's great about this is that it has a felt tip. And this is different from other liquid liners that you might see that have like a flimsy brush. This is a very stiff kind of felt tip brush. So you can just run it along your lash line and get a really beautiful, crisp wing liner like you see here. So this, I put this on very early this morning, and it's much later in the afternoon, and it's still hanging on, and it'll be here long into the evening. It stays really well. The next thing that I want to share with you is a brow grooming product. We know brows are so important. They help to frame the face. But sometimes you don't know if you want to use a pencil or a powder. Sometimes I just go clear and I don't use color at all. And so that's where Perfect Brow Perfection Gel comes in. It looks like a mascara, but it's actually for your brows. It has clear product on it, and you just use this to groom your brows. What's great about this is that it kind of grooms your brows in place, but it also sets it. So kind of think of it as like a hairspray for your eyebrows. So it sets the look and keeps your brows in place. So if your brows get a little long sometimes, or they get a little messy, this is perfect for that. The next item that I want to share with you is a misting product that I like to use. Now, I love mists and hydrators because my skin gets really dry, and in the winter it just gets a little bit, I feel like it needs a little boost. So this is it's called Mineral Magic. It's by a skincare brand called Arcona. And what I love about this, if you haven't kind of picked up on my anti-acne regimen, we talked about the sulfur mask and a couple of other things that I do to kind of keep acne at bay. I love this product because it has antibacterial properties, and the way that you use it, it's really just the mist. So you take the cap off, you can shake it up a little bit, take it about 8 to 10 inches away from your face and just spray. And you can mist to set your makeup, to refresh your makeup. If you're feeling a little bit dry, you can use it to mist. And again, it has anti-acne, anti-inflammatory properties in it, which I personally love because my skin gets a little bit aggravated. So I love to keep one in my car, at my desk, just to use whenever I feel like I need to be refreshed a little bit, or to set my makeup, or things like that, to add a little moisture. The last product that I'm going to talk to, and you might be a little bit surprised by this, it's a fragrance, and this fragrance is very unique because it's actually a men's fragrance, but I love it. It's Victor and Rolf's Spice Bomb. Now, again, it's a men's fragrance. You can look at it. It's a very masculine bottle. It looks like a grenade. What I love about this is that it's got that lovely spice, kind of oriental smell to it, but it's also got a little grapefruit and a little bergamot balance with a really beautiful citrus. So yeah, Spice Bomb. I think it's a little bit different if you want to try something different from your usual feminine scents. So those are my picks for this particular episode of the This That Beauty Show. And again, I wanted to take you behind the scenes a little bit and show you some of the makeup products and skincare that I do to kind of prep for this show. And I'll try and incorporate this in every show, in every episode of the This That Beauty Show. Thank you so